Hey everyone, it's Lexi, and today I'll be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of May. So these past few months, I've had really good reading months where I've read like 6 books in 1 month, which is pretty unheard of for me. So I kind of want to keep up with like this trend of reading a lot of books, but I'm graduating on the 15th, which is scary, and so I'm going to have to be an adult now, and I don't know how my job thing. I have a few things lined up, so I just have a couple interviews, so I probably won't be reading as much as I have been recently, but still, let's keep this up. So I have a lot of books to choose from. I don't know which one I'm going to start out reading. They all seem, I don't know what kind of mood I'm in right now, so without further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I want to read this month comes out May 3rd, and it is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is like the second book in the Court of Thorns of Roses trilogy, and I had really kind of mixed feelings about the first book. I kind of liked the last quarter of the book. I wasn't really convinced on the romance kind of in there. I thought, I don't know, I have a lot of issues with it, but I'm still intrigued to kind of see how it goes, because I know with like the Throne of Glass series, I had kind of mixed feelings about the first one, but then like after the second one it took off from there and I loved it. So I'm hoping with this trilogy it will kind of be the same for there. So yeah. So this next one is one that I've had on my TBR shelf for a while, and I really just want to get to it because I think it's so intriguing. I feel like that would be a good time, and it is Life We Bury by Alan Eskins. And so this is about a guy named Joe who is a college student, and for his like English assignment he kind of has to write a biography about a stranger. So he kind of procrastinated and waited till the last minute, so decides to go to this like kind of elderly nursing home. And so he meets this one guy who was who fought in Vietnam, and he was like this decorated soldier, but also he kind of now, after he got back from the war, he kind of was charged with murder and rape. So I don't, like, it's kind of, I thought that was really interesting kind of concept, because as he kind of hears about all the things that he did for his country and kind of all of like what he did afterwards, and he kind of unfolds like the tapestry to kind of like his conviction. I just thought this was really intriguing. I just think these kind of like, I don't know, like these kind of fall from grace stories to just be really interesting. I've heard this one has really good reviews, so I'm really excited to check this one out. So this next one is one that I've heard so many great things about it. So many people have been raving about it on BookTube, so I decided to check it out. And it is Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen, and this is kind of like a fantasy novel around, I think it's like a princess who ends up getting captured by trolls. That's basically all I know of it. So I don't know, I've heard really great things about this. I don't want to know too much about it. I kind of want to go into it blind. But yeah, I'm super excited to start this one. Like I said, I've heard so many great things about it, so I can't wait to start it. So this next one is a historical fiction novel that I've been really interested in getting to, and it is Flight of the Sparrow by Amy Belding Brown. And so this basically is like, takes place in the the late 1600s during like the kind of first colonization of America. And so this takes place in Massachusetts, and this girl named Mary ends up getting captured and kidnapped by the Indians, and because of that she becomes like a pawn between the Indians and like the British. So I thought it was just really interesting in how it's used, and like kind of like the issues that took place that we don't really talk about in American history. And I thought it was just really interesting. Like, I'm intrigued. I love historical fiction, and again, the reviews for this are stellar, so can't wait to pick this one up as well. So this one is one that I'm not sure I'm going to get to this month, but I think I will, just because I own this kind of trilogy and I kind of want to get started into it. So it is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I've heard mixed things about this trilogy. Some people I know really love it, some people think it's okay, so I don't know. I thought I'd give it a shot, and I don't know. That's all I have to say about it. So this last one is one I wanted to kind of start a new mystery series, and this is one that I purchased a couple months ago, and it is The Neighbor by Lisa Gardner. And so basically this is like a kind of crime whodunit series about a detective named D.D. Warren, and this is like the first one in the series, and it basically revolves around the story of like kind of like this wife disappears, and the only witness is the like 4-year-old daughter. So everyone's thinking that this husband did it, and just kind of like figuring out like because there's so much media backlash with it, kind of figuring out what actually happened and all this stuff, and she kind of unravels that the reputation that this couple kind of worked so hard to get for themselves may not be exactly as it seems. So I'm really interested. I love these stories, and so yeah. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts and opinions are on them. And so yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.